What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans wide receiving group is one of, if not the best units in the NFL. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. When you look at our top three options, you can have the argument that each of those guys are a wide receiver number one. Let's start with the veteran, the guy you just traded a second round pick for, Stefon Diggs from the Buffalo Bills. He is trying to get his Super Bowl ring. Then it's second year wide receiver Tank Dell, who is recovering from not only a fractured fibula, but a gunshot wound to the leg. And then it's the guy who just got a 3-year, $75 million contract, Nico Collins. And check this out. You have Nico Collins and Tank Dell for the next 3 years. Your wide receiving core has some stability. But with that being said, the last time a team had three 1,000-yard wide receivers, it was the 2008 Arizona Cardinals. They ended up going to the Super Bowl that year, losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can the Houston Texans have three 1,000-yard wide receivers? Let me know in the comments down below. We're going to talk about this elite wide receiver group. If you want to be in my Houston Texans Discord, let me know in the comments down below. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, so make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And guys, so many new things are coming to the channel. I can't wait to tell y'all. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching today's episode. Now, the real question, ladies and gentlemen, is who's going to be these Houston Texans leading wide receiver? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to have a conversation about Stefon Diggs. This is the big move for the Houston Texan offense, the blockbuster move of the offseason. You acquire a 4-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro in 2020. This was a Super Bowl move, man. I want you guys to let me know your expectations for Stefon Diggs. Give me your stat prediction for him. Look, I'm expecting 1,000 yards. I'm expecting him to be an X factor and to be a game changer, man. Stefon Diggs has a swagger to him that just affects the entire crowd. I mean, when he had that Minneapolis Miracle, throws his helmet up, just looks at the stands and had like an ovation for 10, 15 minutes. That's the type of energy that this Houston Texans team needs. When you look at the stats, right, this year, he had 107 receptions for 1,183 yards and 8 touchdowns. Check this out. His stats the year before that, 108 receptions. So he had one less reception, but check out the yards. 1,429 yards and 11 touchdowns. So Stefon Diggs had one less catch, but he had almost 250 plus less yards and 3 less touchdowns. This is where you get the allegations of Stefon Diggs being washed up. That's why a lot of Buffalo Bills fans were happy that they got them out of there. I think this is why the Houston Texans voided the last couple of years of his contract, right? Let's get motivated. Let's have a 1-year prove-it deal. And if you ball out, which a lot of people are expecting Stefon Diggs does, earn yourself your big final payday. If we cannot afford Stefon Diggs, that's because he had himself a hell of a year, and the Houston Texans probably had one of the best offenses in the NFL. Stefon Diggs, man, I am excited to see what he does in year 1 on the Houston Texans. Moving to second-year wide receiver Tank Dell, this is where I get excited because Tank Dell was slowly becoming one of my favorite Houston Texans. When you talk about what he has gone through the past 8 months, a fractured fibula, rehabbing from that, and then getting shot in the leg about a month ago. This is not an easy thing to come back from, ladies and gentlemen. You not only have to worry about the body, but you have to worry about the mind itself. So to see Tank Dell on day 1 of voluntary OTAs running routes and looking good, it gets me excited for year 2 of Tank Dell. Now, I am expecting a 1,000-yard season, but I'm also expecting double-digit touchdowns. Guys, Tank Dell, before he went out against the Denver Broncos, was on pace for 1,000 yards, on pace for double-digit touchdowns. You can argue he was on pace to be the Houston Texans' leading wide receiver in just year one. If Tank Dell completes his rookie year, we are talking about one of the biggest steals in the draft alongside of Puka Nacua. But man, year two of Tank Dell is going to be exciting. I expect the Houston Texans to also be cautious in how they use him just because of how small he is. But ladies and gentlemen, Tank Dell is slowly becoming a fan favorite, and it would not surprise me if Tank Dell was given a captain patch this season. I think, man, the future of Tank Dell and CJ Stroud is just going to be insane for years to come. I'm glad he's a Houston Texans, man. He screams H-Town. And then to finish it off, man, the final part of your three-headed monster, Nico Collins, coming off of a career year, 80 receptions, 1,297 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Nico Collins answered the questions this year. Can he be a legit number one? And he said, yes, I can be that and then some. That is why Nico Collins got that 3-year, $75 million extension yesterday. He absolutely deserved that money. I like that the deal got done now. It tells Nico, no matter what happens this season, we know we want you a part of our future, and let's just get that out of the way. Let's just focus on getting to places where we've never been before, and that is an AFC championship. That is a Super Bowl. Nico Collins, towards the end of the season, was arguably the only option for CJ Stroud. Tank Dell was out for the year. Robert Woods was on IR. He wasn't on IR, but he was nowhere to be seen. It was Noah Brown who was on IR. You weren't really getting anything consistently from John Mechie or Xavier Hutchinson. It was only Nico Collins and veteran tight end Dalton Schultz. You saw Nico Collins in the AFC South title matchup, 75 yards to start the game, ended up with 120 plus. That is wide receiver type 1 stuff. Then follow that up with a solid performance, a touchdown against the Cleveland Browns in the wild card round of the playoffs. Nico Collins emerged to the scene, and he is still only 25 years old. This is a great contract for the Houston Texans. I definitely don't feel like they overpaid for Nico, and I don't feel like Nico Collins got screwed over whatsoever. He is the 7th highest paid wide receiver. And man, after this contract, I am expecting a big year from Nico Collins. And let's say he does have 1,400, we're going to look back at this contract and say it's not 75 million, it's 80 or 90. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am hype about this Houston Texans receiving core. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Go Houston. You guys have a very blessed day.